Hello, it's Reviews Day Tuesday, and today it's time for another episode of Discworld Discourses. Today I'm going to be talking about Wyrd Sisters, the sixth book in the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett, first published in 1988. After the King of Lanka is murdered by the Duke and his ambitious wife, the King's baby son and his crown are smuggled out of the castle and given to three witches, Granny Weatherwax, Nanny Og and Magritte Garlick. They hide him with a travelling theatre troupe until the day comes when he can return to the kingdom and reclaim the throne for his own. Wyrd Sisters is my favourite book so far in this Discworld reread. I think this book is the first, to me, which really embodies the Discworld series. I think a lot of people feel this way about Mort, but to me Wyrd Sisters is my Mort. All of the things that I love about the Discworld series, the sly humour, the endless references, in this case to Macbeth and Hamlet and Shakespeare generally, Charlie Chaplin, Laurel and Hardy, they're all so present in this book. And I think this is the point in my reread and in this Discworld Discourses series when I have become very, very excited about reading all of the Discworld books again, and excited to continue on with this for like a good couple of years. I've been looking forward to this moment when I would just get sucked back into the world, as I remember from the first time round. And it's happened a bit sooner than I was expecting, to be honest, because I was expecting Moving Pictures to be the one. That's the first one of the early ones that I remember really loving. Before, if you'd asked me to rank my favourite Discworld books in order, Wyrd Sisters wouldn't be top 5, and it might not even be top 10. I mean, it might be top 10. I think the Shakespeare element to this book has really helped. This book caters to my tastes and knowledge area, but generally I also enjoy the plotting in this book and the characters. Let's talk about characters for a moment. I love the witches. I love when we move from Granny Weatherwax alone to Granny Weatherwax, Nanny Og and Magritte Garlick. I love the dynamic, I love their relationships. And Magritte is my favourite, I think. She's probably one of my favourite Discworld characters. Also, the Fool and Tom John are really fun, interesting characters. And I think that the Duke and Lady Felmet are great villains. When I think about Discworld villains, I think there's only one that I love more, by which I mean hate more. So yeah, Wyrd Sisters was a book that I really loved reading because of character stuff and Shakespeare stuff, and also Discworld stuff. So I'm really happy. There have been several books in this reread that I've got on really well with, in some cases even better than the first time I read them, but I think now is the time that I'm back to my old nonsense, my little bit of a Discworld addiction. I haven't got the best memory, and this is the book that has really reminded me of all of the fun things that I really enjoy that are to come. It's triggered those memories, so I guess this is the book which reminds me most of Discworld so far. My best example of the Discworld series and what I love about it so far. I'd love to know if Wyrd Sisters is that book for anyone else, or if not, which is that book. As I said earlier, when I read these books before, Wyrd Sisters wasn't that book for me. It was The Truth. And if we're going chronologically, then the earliest book in the series for me to have that effect was Moving Pictures. I enjoyed Wyrd Sisters before, but it wasn't one of the ones that I loved. I think maybe before I wasn't as interested in the witches, so there may be an element of that. But yeah, I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts. So let's do some fun facts. Wyrd Sisters has been adapted several times. There was an animated TV version in 1997, which starred Annette Crosby, June Whitfield and Jane Horrocks as Granny Weatherwax, Nanny Og and Magritte Garlick, respectively. There was also a 4-part radio adaptation a couple of years earlier, and that had Sheila Hancock as Granny Weatherwax, and it's the first of the Discworld books to be adapted for the stage by Stephen Briggs, and that was in 1996. And a screenplay was written by Martin Jameson, and that was published in 1997. If you liked Wyrd Sisters, then the next Witches book might be a good place to go. That would be Witches Abroad, or you could try going to the next book in the series, which is Pyramids. Or if you didn't like this book, then you could also try Pyramids, set in a different place, different characters, one of the few standalone Discworld books. Or I might suggest Guards again, as I did in the last video. It's not that far away in the series, but it takes you back to Ankh-Morpork. I will give Wyrd Sisters by Terry Pratchett 4.4 out of 5. I got very excited by this book and can't wait to continue reading. And I would really love to know your thoughts on this book as well, so let me know in the comments below if you have anything you want to talk about. The next book I will be reviewing in Discworld Discourses is Pyramids, and that's on the 16th of April, and the full list of Discworld books and when I am planning on reviewing them is in the description below. Let's move across to the end screen. If you would like to see my latest video or some more Discworld Discourses, then you can do so below me here, and you can also subscribe to my channel or visit my website if you should wish to beside me here. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you later on in the week.